what's going on YouTube? Steve here from Click, and today I'm going to be doing an impressions video of iOS 11 on the iPhone 6 Plus. I just got the developer beta installed. I've been playing around with it for about half an hour, 45 minutes or so, and I've got enough kind of going on, like thinking with my thoughts and impressions and whatnot, so figured I'd just deliver that to you guys and let you know what I think. So we'll just get into it now. So I'm going to try and go over, here, I'll move the mic over so the audio is a little bit crisper when I'm over here. So I'm going to try and go, we got some notifications here. So I'm going to try and go through all the major features and show you guys what's new. And obviously the first thing you guys can see here is the notifications thing is all brand new. So basically all your notifications lie here. If you want to see more stuff from earlier, you just pull up. And these are the last couple of notifications I've had. And as usual, you can clear them as is. You press home to unlock. That brings you to the home screen. And again, I don't know if you guys caught that. There is a new unlock animation. So you do that, and it kind of swipes up and moves up the screen there. You pull down, brings you back to the lock screen. So now that here, there's no older notifications. You can swipe over to the camera from the lock screen. You can go back. Can you go back? No, this just swipes your movies. So you press home. That takes you back to the notification center lock screen thing. I don't know if I like this setup. It's a little bit wonky. And then if you swipe over here, you get your today stuff and any widgets and whatnot that you have. But that's the notification center there, and you can swipe up, but it's a little bit glitchy. Again, if you install this, you have to be realistic about this is not going to run as smooth as you guys think. It is a little bit buggy, but it is what it is. We'll live with it. It's kind of cool actually because I've got the click background here and then I've got the flip background over here, so it's kind of cool. The next biggest thing is the control center, and now this has basically, it's just a cluster of all the toggles and whatnot. It looks terrible in my opinion. They need to clean this up a little bit. And do something with the space that's up here. If you're going to put it all on one page, make sure you do something with all the space. Something cool that I noticed playing around with the phone is that this is an iPhone 6 and you're getting 3D touch gestures with the notification center. So I can, it's not even 3D touch, you just kind of long press and hold and it kind of opens up. This is your brightness, your night shift toggle is there. Is there anything for volume? Nope, so that just brings up the volume slider. The music one here, you hold down, it brings up your music. Depending on what you're using, Spotify, Apple Music, whatnot, it'll be there. Over here, I can long press and I get all my toggles for cellular data, which is useful. And the usual airplane Wi-Fi, AirDrop is there, and then the hotspot is there as well. Is there anything for that? Nope, nothing here for Do Not Disturb. Screen mirroring has something there. There goes the phone buzzing. So you have the 3D touch for the camera, so you can jump into the camera, or you can go right in and take a photo immediately. Is it going to do it? Did it already do it? No, it didn't already do it. So that's interesting. Maybe that's just a bug there with the software. But it does give you the option there. Take a photo or go to the camera. Over here, calculator, there's no 3D touch gesture. You can set a timer here for however long you want. And then obviously the camera, or the flashlight we already checked out. There's a couple of minor, I guess, UI tweaks. Some of the apps have a little bit new design here. You guys can see the App Store has changed a little bit. The calculator app's a little bit different. Nothing else really. There's all just third-party apps. Nothing else that I noticed here in terms of app redesigns. It's just the calculator in the App Store so far. I think the iTunes Store also got a redesign, but I don't even have that installed. I removed it from here. And you guys are probably wondering what this little icon is down here. Well, this is that Apple File Manager thing that they introduced. I thought it would only be for the iPad, but they actually brought it to the iPhone, and it runs great. I mean, it's not going to let you into this file system, but you know, it'll show you basically all the stuff that's on your phone here. Let's see what's up here. So if I go in here, click browse. So on my phone, I guess, does it not show your photos? Anyway, this is me literally just playing around with it right now. It must be only for files like documents and whatnot. But anyway, we'll play around with that in the future. Maybe that's a bug and they fix that in the later versions of iOS. In the settings app, I don't know if you guys noticed there is a new app animation for opening and closing apps. So you guys can see there, very smooth, very quick. Also, there's an animation for a new one for the multitasker. So if I go here, multitasking view, kind of all swipes in from the side. So it's kind of a refreshing look to iOS. I mean, they didn't do a full-on redesign, but it is what it is. You have a couple of new things in here. So you have Siri and search toggle, which basically is your Siri and search options. You have emergency SOS, which allows you to set your SOS stuff there. All right, sorry guys, I had to take a phone call. So as I was saying, you have your emergency SOS. I'm not going to go into there because I have some private phone numbers and whatnot in there. I'm not going to put anyone on blast. You have Touch ID and whatnot. The battery thing is the same. What I did notice is in the settings over here for iPhone storage, you get a new thing here. So it shows you your free space and your use space. It's almost like iTunes, so it calculates what's using what, and it gives you kind of like a final or a full, I guess, showdown breakdown of what's using what here. So it's giving me suggestions here to save my messages in iCloud. Don't really need to do that. These are all the apps and what that I have on here, and how much space they're using. The system itself takes up 4.3 gigs, which is ridiculous. So Apple, you need to fix that. Otherwise, I mean, you have an option in here for shutdown. You have a reset thing here, but the shutdown, all it does is bring you to the power down menu, which you can access by holding down the power button here. So maybe this is for people who don't have their, if their power button's messed up or whatever, they can use that. Otherwise, guys, there's another thing in here for accounts and passwords. Otherwise, I really haven't noticed much new in this in the settings app. Otherwise, again, same thing. Not much in the OS. 3D Touch doesn't work for icons on here, as you guys can see. Initially, I thought they brought like a fake 3D Touch over, but they didn't. It's just for the control center, so you can play around with the 3D toggles in there. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's iOS 11 in a nutshell. There's not really much to talk about. The AR stuff, I don't think there's any apps on there to play with just yet. I forgot the studio, whoever was there at the WWDC conference, they said that they're going to be having a new, I guess a new app where, you know, like I was saying in the previous video for WWDC, like you hold your camera here, you know, you can set up a house and spaceships and all that stuff, and you can have a battle going on. It was pretty cool to watch, and it'll be interesting to see how it works on the iPhone. But again, for me, AR can be a little bit gimmicky. I also noticed in the keynote that they were using Pokemon Go, and the AR aspect of everything looks way better on the iPhone than versus Android with the, I guess, the new technology they're using, this AR kit thing. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's iOS 11. I was going to do a separate video for the iPhone 6, but it's literally the same thing on both devices. I think Im's going to be putting it on his 6S Plus, so maybe I'll get him to do an impressions video on that. Again, it's going to be the same software across all the devices, bar a couple features. Live Photos has a couple of new things in there. So I'll get him to cover all that with his newer devices, and we'll go from there. So anyways, guys, this was just trying to be, I tried to make it a quick video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Got a couple other videos to record. I'm out. Peace.